This is a Christian Holocaust within our midst.
Tonight, a strong show of support in East County for Iraqi Christians. Islamic militants are accused of committing genocide against them in Mosul. And tonight, San Diegans with ties to Iraq are pushing to give more of their countrymen asylum here in the U.S. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Barbara Lee Edwards.
And I'm Carlo Cicchetto. Hundreds of people gathered for a prayer vigil in El Cajon.
CBS News 8's Richard Allen is live there tonight with their cause and their fears for loved ones back in Iraq. Richard?
And Carlo and Barbara Lee, San Diego is actually home to the second largest population of Iraqi Christians in the entire country, more than 40,000 strong here. And tonight, many of them showed up demanding peace and justice for fellow Christians who are still in Iraq, who are now facing an impossible choice posed by terrorists between denouncing their faith or certain death if they want to remain in their homeland.
Right now, unified together in one voice, we say, stop the ethnic cleansing in Iraq.
Hundreds of members of El Cajon's sizable Iraqi community came together Friday evening, calling for an end to the brutal violence and oppression that Iraqi Christians and other religious minorities are facing.
And our very community has been rocked to its core. Christianity itself faces death in cities throughout Iraq.
Over this past week, thousands of Iraqi Christians have been ousted from their homeland, forced to leave behind their homes, businesses, and churches after the Islamic State terrorist group known as ISIS issued an ultimatum to either convert to Islam or be expelled.
I lived it. I came here in 2009. I spent 24 years over there, and I was abused every day, verbally, physically.
Amer Moshi has lived in San Diego for the past 5 years. He says what his fellow Chaldeans are currently facing is what brought him to the U.S. to find religious freedom.
We were getting killed just because we're Christian, and they were taking our homes, our money, anything we own.
Now this is a Christian Holocaust within our midst.
Mark Arabo is the national spokesperson to end genocide in Iraq. He's working with congressional leaders to pass a resolution which would expedite the visa process for Iraqi Christians seeking asylum in the U.S. and also increase the proportion of Chaldeans allowed to immigrate to the United States every year. Currently, 10,000 Iraqis out of a total of 70,000 worldwide.
What we're asking is keep that number the same, don't allow more folks, but instead of 10,000, raise 30 or 40,000 per year.
And this House resolution has already been introduced before the House Rules Committee by Congressman Juan Vargas. Chaldean American leader Mark Arabo also tells us that the resolution has already garnered bipartisan support.